You get this? So this is what using HANA as data mart bus. And they're also referring this as native HANA, or some people are calling it as enterprise HANA bus. So when you get some calls from HR saying, do you have knowledge on native one? This is how it is. They're expecting, or enterprise. And then leveraging HANA as a database bus. So HANA is a database, so I can use it as a database. That's it, straightforward. So we have existing applications of SAP, like you got BW or Business Suite, like ECC, APO, CRM. You got lots of applications, right? MDG, Mass Data Governance, lot of stuff. All these applications can start running on HANA bus. Let's say I've got existing BW system, and this BW system can start running on HANA bus. That's the part. So if we have BW from 7.3 SP5, it supports to have your HANA system as the backend database, because when you install any BW software, you have to basically install kernel, and then you install database, and then you install BW software on top of the database. So instead of installing with SQL Server or Oracle as a database, I can also install with HANA as a backend. So if there is already an existing customer who is running BW on some non-HANA database, now you get some projects on migration bus. Say you got existing BW running on Oracle database, you go about lift and shift the database from Oracle to HANA. We call that as migration bus. And then once the database is migrated, you'll have to carry on doing a lot of optimizations in the BW system to basically get the benefits of HANA bus. Like completely, they've given some new set of providers like advanced DSO, OpenODS views, composite providers, new set of business content, HANA optimized info cubes. So you have lots of stuff, and which you need optimizations in the BW. Say you have an existing customer with BW, he's got a lot of issues with loading and huge data volume, and SAP is providing solution to them for them towards going towards HANA bus. So whatever the existing BW system they have, they'll migrate their database from non-HANA database to HANA database and carry out all the optimizations also. And there are some any new implementations now on BW, it will be on BW on HANA straight away. Okay. And this is what the future they're looking at, where they can have multiple applications sitting on single HANA database. Still, this is not yet out. Still, we have like ECC on HANA, BW on HANA, CRM on HANA, but there's nothing like now multiple applications sitting on single HANA. But that will be future. So future would be like all your SAP data would sit into HANA, okay, and all non-SAP data would sit into Hadoop, and Hadoop gets integrated to HANA. That's the point for future, okay. So for existing applications, whether it is BW, ECC, whatever it is, can be migrated to HANA data. That's the point. And then we can also use HANA as accelerator. It could be any of the business scenario like this where HANA is leveraged. We can also use SAP HANA as accelerator. For example, let's say I've got ECC with some Oracle as a backend, and some of the business functionality what I'm doing, let's say it is really slow. For example, my ATP run, availability to promise. Let's say when I try to create a sales order, it has to perform ATP, availability to promise in the backend, and then give me schedule lines in the sales order. Let's say that is taking a lot of time for me. So what I can do, we can install HANA database here as a secondary database, and push all the database relevant for ATP into the HANA database here, and then customize your ABAP programs so that they start referring to secondary database, not the primary database, for running your ATP checkers. All the programs which are relevant for checking the availability to promise will start referring to the tables what is there in HANA database. That's where you're basically speeding up the business functionality in ECC. Now you can also use, like they refer it as COPA accelerator. For example, now for COPA, do you see those four tables, CE1, CE2, CE3, and CE4? CE1 is actual line item. Normal for ABAPers, if they don't try to hit the select statement on CE1 because it is huge, very, very, very huge. And they always have a problem of performance when they do reporting on COPA, straight away touching the CE1, which is actual line item table. Even these kind of problems can be resolved by using HANA as accelerator. What they can do is all the CE1, CE2, CE3, CE4 tables can be replicated into secondary HANA database by using SLT or whatever it is. Then all your ABAP programs can be customized so that they start reading the table from the HANA database, not from the primary database. With that, so if you look at this, when you're leveraging HANA to speed up some of the business functionalities of an application. So that is what leveraging HANA as accelerator. Clear? Okay. Okay. And it's cloud, like you'll have HANA on cloud and every multiple customers being sharing it. That's fine. And then we'll have mixed approach. Now, when you say this also is the case, when you say mixed approach, you'll have BW system with HANA as a backend. So this HANA system is being leveraged to improve the performance of the BW application. And the same HANA database also can be used for native HANA implementation also. It means it's like, yeah. So I have got my BW system here, and let's say this is HANA database and this BW. Now I've got my BW application running on top of HANA bus. So now this HANA is being leveraged as a backend database for what? For BW. And the same HANA can also be used as used for native HANA also. Like you can have as a data mart also. You can have different systems coming into getting the data into HANA, and then you can do native applications. అంటే HANA backend database గా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. At the same time, it will be leveraged as data mart layer and for developing a native application. That is called as mixed approach. And the next is you can leverage. Next is you can also use HANA to develop your own custom applications. I told you they've given some ready-made framework where you can develop your own custom applications. And out of all these scenarios, I would see majorly and using HANA as data mart and database accelerator or mixed approach. And these two scenarios would be very rare. Why? Because when you say HANA native applications, by using HANA, you are developing your own custom applications. So when you say custom, now if you look at the market, name the requirement for any business, you have hundreds of applications. ERP ante hundreds of applications unnai. Now data warehousing at hundreds of. So when there are a lot of ready-made applications available, now two choices. Either customer formulates a very big team and develops his own application, or leverages an existing application and customizes it as per the requirement, which is faster, which will have ROI. Which approach will have more ROI for the customer? ఉన్న అప్లికేషన్ తీసుకుంటే సెట్ చేసుకుంటే మేలు, కానీ వాడు మళ్ళీ 100 మందిని పెట్టి కొత్త అప్లికేషన్ డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటే బై వెన్ విల్ హ్యావ్ ROI, రైట్? సో దట్స్ వేర్ ఐ ఫీల్ very rare options you would have it in this scenario where you develop your own custom native applications. Only in a projects where they are doing some research or they want to develop some new product, they would have the scenarios of developing native applications. Okay. And if you see there is a customer. This is actually from SAP, but look at this. So now we just thought how SAP HANA can be leveraged, right? We can use SAP HANA as what? Database. We can also use SAP HANA as what? Data mart or mixed approach, or for developing custom applications. This is a solutioning given for one of the customers. Okay. I'll tell you what is this is as is in the present situation of the customer here. Okay. What is got? He's got lot of transactional systems, ECC, SAP HR, CCS, AMR, RMS, lots of applications. And then what they're doing is for some 20% of the data, they're basically through BW extraction, they're loading into what? BW, and they've got BW accelerator, and they do reporting on business objects. This is one kind of solutioning they have. And apart from this, from all the systems, they're using Informatica, which is ETL tool, and they're extracting data into a Oracle centralized EDW layer, and from there they're doing reporting with business objects, which is of 3.x. Itla rendu layers unnai one customer. Okay, this was the existing solution with the customer. Now he raises an issue saying when they're using Informatica, all this, they're doing lots of full loads and they were getting huge amount of data and they have lots of problems. Now they wanted a solutioning for this. And one more thing, and let's say they have got some reports on the BW layer and they got some reports on the EDW layer also. And they see that there's no single point of truth. And the report which is coming out from EDW is giving me different values. the report which is coming out from BW is giving me different value. There's no single point of truth across enterprise. And then they have problems with the data volumes becoming huge here. That's the problem. And the data loads are taking a lot of time. If you see, if you want, and if you see, um, see the customer these, see, they're saying they've got BW, they've got data warehousing, and which is of Oracle, with which is referred as centralized database, and they've got a database size is really growing, and they've got no single point of truth. A lot of operational reports built on around 700 reports, and there's a problem which is loading per. They've used archiving also, and they've got lots of issues on it. One second. And the table loading into data warehousing now users create their own reports, and they also have problem with the loading of data into all this huge data volume, and they've got archiving problems with open text. They've got lots of problems, and then SAP has given them the solution here. And see, people from online, if you have some doubts, just ping me in the chat, okay? So I can. Now look at the solutioning what they've given. Solutioning one is this. Solution one is this. Now look at this. SAP has given them the solutioning to implement it this way. They'll have all these systems by using ETL or SLT. ETL means they'll be leveraging BODS, and when I say real-time replication, they'll be leveraging SLT. I told you these two are data processing techniques through BODS or SLT, and they'll be getting all the data into HANA. It will be a single HANA database here with all the tables being replicated. So by using SLT or ETL, you'll get all the data from different databases, different systems into SAP HANA. Okay. And then you, on top of these tables, you create a virtual modeling. I told you HANA has got HANA specific modeling. See, you can replicate the tables directly into your HANA database, or you can consume those tables through virtual tables. I told you there's something called what? Smart data access. If you want to leverage those, let's say you have a scenario where I would like to consume the table from a different source as a virtual table in HANA. So I can integrate those systems as remote sources through smart data access and consume those virtual tables. But if you're using SLT or ETL, you're physically getting those data into your HANA database like this. So you got physical tables loaded or virtual tables. By using these virtual tables or physical tables, what you brought into HANA, you can do HANA native modeling. Like you'll have HANA specific modeling like creating attribute views, analytical views, or calculation views. And on top of those, you will be leveraging business objects and do reporting. So basically, you have data sources, and through data provisioning, you get all your raw data into your HANA database by storing in form of table, physical tables, or what? Virtual tables. On top of this, you create virtual models, which is what we call it as what? HANA model, HANA views like attribute view, analytical view, all these are virtual models. All the modeling can be done within HANA. And then on top of these models, you can create an analytics using business objects. Webby, Lumira, analysis for OLAP, Design Studio, anything can be leveraged. This is one solutioning from SAP. Yeah. Okay. And next kind of solution. See, in the previous solution, what they're saying, remove BW, complete and leverage the HANA native HANA. This is alternative one architect, solution architect. Because no one gives one solution, they'll give multiple, then the customer can choose out of it. And the next kind of solution, what they're doing, look at this. Existing space of ECC to BW extract, and then from there you have some BW reports. Just keep it as it is. Nothing to be changed in that layer. For rest of the part, what they're trying to do, they're extracting all the remaining sources through ETL replication, again having SAP HANA only for these systems. For the EW layer, start leveraging BODS or SLT, get this data from these systems into tables, physical tables into HANA, create your HANA models, virtual models, and then do reporting on. And you'll have one BO platform which will have reports coming from BW as well as HANA on the other layer. So second solution is they're asking us to replace existing EW layer, non-SAP EW layer with what? With HANA database. And BODS and SLT for data provisioning or smart data access for data provisioning, and have all your data replicated to HANA, then create your HANA models and then do reporting on top of it. This is one kind of solution what they proposed. Look at the alternative 3, which is what they're referring it as hybrid. I think it's like BW on HANA is what they're referring it as high-end hybrid. Okay. Now look at this. They'll have all your data sources through SLT or through BODS or normal BW extraction. You'll get, see what is this? You'll have BW with underlying HANA database. Okay. I told you just now. I told you about mixed approach. Look at this. I love this is BW sitting on top of HANA. And this HANA is actually, so when you load by using BW loading, when you load into BW to DSOs or cubes, all the data of DSO or cubes sits into what? Sits into underlying database only. So that's how you get SAP tables into this. And apart from this, if it is non-SAP systems, you can also do real-time replication, get data straight away into what? Through BODS or SLT, straight away get into HANA, not the BW system. But this HANA database is actually backend of BW. You'll have BW backend HANA database, and this is leveraged as backend for BW and also for data marting also. And so you also have HANA models created, and both can be doing reporting on top of BW. You can use what? Business Hub. This is BW on HANA with mixed approaches. You'll have normal data processing techniques like BODS or SLT, and you'll also can leverage all the data processing techniques what BW can do. Normal loading of data with SAP source system connections, myself, DB connect, BAPI connections, ODP source systems, all those can be leveraged for extracting data into BW. What I want to ECs is SAP products with BW will have tight integration with business content data sources. అది వాడుకోవచ్చు ఇక్కడ యూజ్ BW extraction. Non-SAP దీనికి డైరెక్ట్ SLT ETL వాడుకుని డైరెక్ట్ గా get into HANA data, but that is actually backend of my BW and leverage both BW schema as well as non-BW schemas and combine both and do reporting with business objects. This is one kind of solution. Ante why I'm showing this is in the real time they're leveraging HANA in this case. So majority of the cases you would have native HANA when you say installing HANA as a centralized database and doing provisioning and then do reporting on top of it, or BW on HANA or mixed approach in the concept. So when you or existing customers who are running BW with non-HANA database, you will migrate it to what? HANA bus. So migrations, HANA native implementation with data modeling, all those, and then BW HANA or mixed approach. This is frequently used. The other case of HANA native development, it will be used only in case of a product development. You're developing a new product by leveraging HANA, which is very rare. That's what it is. So you should focus mainly on implementing HANA as data mart or BW HANA or mixed approach, and that's what we are focusing on. And also some part of HANA native development also. All the UFI, all this. So now you should understand HANA ante endi etla vaadutana koddiga you get some idea on it. Now look at this. So now this is the course contents what we'll be covering, and first we'll go on saying what is SAP, why is it fast, and architecture of HANA, and the decision cases on HANA use case. That's what we're referring it now, data mart, database use cases. And this is the front end UI. We'll have something called HANA Studio through which you get connected to HANA database and start working on it, and we just get to the tool, and then we start learning HANA as database first, because HANA is a database, right? I need to learn HANA as a database. How do I create my tables, views, sequences, triggers, process, table with the different functions, procedures, all this. And then along with this, we get into basic SQL also. And then we get into complex SQL scripting by writing stored procedures and how do we debug and how do I use existing SQL functions or CE functions in writing procedures. So with this, you basically understand HANA as a database. SQL is also very because when you do this kind of solutioning or any three cases, HANA being leveraged as a reporting layer or modeling layer, EW layer or here, you have they give you something graphical modeling here. You see the views here. Look at this. These are like models, virtual models. There could be some scenarios where you're not able to achieve the business requirement within the graphical modeling. You end up writing a lot of SQL scripting also. So they expect you to know SQL script also. నాకు హనా వచ్చు ఎస్క్యూఎల్ రాదంటే ఎవడు ఇంకా పట్టించుకోవడం. దర్ ఇస్ నో వాల్యూ. నువ్వు ఏమంటున్నావు నాకు డేటాబేస్ వచ్చు కానీ నాకు ఎస్క్యూఎల్ రాదంటే no value. So you have to get into SQL and you should be able to write complex stored procedures also. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఎవడు అడగడం లేదు కానీ నీకు రావాలి. వేరే వాళ్ళ కోసం కదా నీ కోసం నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఓకే. సో and that's where you will end up learning SAP HANA as database completely. Then we get into SAP HANA modeling environment. Once we have the database formatted in the SAP system, when you replicated it, then how do I do modeling on top of those tables? Like we'll have all graphical modeling, like you understand about joins, and we have, you know about inner, left, right, but there's something called referential joint, text joints, temporal and spatial joints, and then we go with attribute view. We'll have different options in it. Then we go with analytical view. We have different options in here. We'll go in depth. Every checkbox I'll touch, okay? And then calculation views. You'll have lots of properties, small checkboxes. Then we'll go on to something called analytical privileges. It is similar to your analysis authorizations in BW, controlling data level security. In BO, you have row level security. This is what you control. You can have static or dynamic. Like how can I, let's say I have different countries like US, UK, and India. Let's say based on the user, I would let control the country level access. Instead of, let's say I've got 1,000 customers, 1,000 users, I don't have to create 1,000 privileges. I can make it more dynamic. I can formulate a table saying username and country, and based on the user who logs in, I can refer to this table and then give him access also. I can also make it dynamic. And then there's something called decision table. It's not so important, but okay. This will be leveraged for two purposes. One is for updating and one is for what if analysis. For example, I have a database table. I've got some values. If you want to modify an existing record in a table, what is it you do? Update statement. Normally we write update. Atla multiple if case update. Instead of writing SQL, I can do graphical modeling with decision table, which can do updates on the table also. That is for end users generally. And we can also use it for what if analysis. Say for example, I have my revenues here. My point is, if I have a discount of 10%, at what percentage my revenue will go down? If I increase my discount with 10%, with what percentage my revenues will go high? That's what you can evaluate with what if analysis simulations on it. I can do this. And then we'll also get into performance tuning of SQL queries or views. We are using explain plan or visualization plan. How do you understand when you run this query or when you run these views, which engines are being leveraged in the backend, and how do we improve the performance of those queries or all those we touch in. Then we touch in on concept called text analysis. This is nowadays it is growing a lot. Processing of unstructured data. For example, I give you data in a table, that's okay, that is a structured. But I give you a long text in PDF and then I want to analyze on that. Or let's say I have some product and I get lots of reviews on a product, and I would like to analyze those reviews from Facebook or from social media. Get the reviews, and how do I analyze those reviews? So how do I do sentiment analysis? Like say, positive sentiment entundi, negative sentiment entundi, strong negative entundi. I can do those. That is what we do with this voice of customer. There are some ready-made configurations. Basically, we deal here with full text index. With that, we can do processing of unstructured data also. Yeah. And then we deal with reporting. See, I'm B1 implementer separate course, but I will basically touch up how do we expose HANA objects with reporting. And IDT lo HANA objects etla vadukochu. Design Studio I'll go in depth because that's a new tool. No one is touching, but so I'll go the depth delta. And other tools I'll just show you how do we consume HANA models into it. Okay. And then data provisioning is all using BODS. Data provisioning into extraction. How do we get data from different systems into HANA? By using BODS, SLT, DXC, how do to flat file imports, smart data access integration, and bulk flat file loading also. Then importing and export, this is about transports. Normally, any product will have transport development and quality. In HANA, how do we transport objects? We touch in. I'll show you practically. And then because I've got multiple HANA servers, I can transport from one system to another system. And next we get it HANA native development. I told you about we can develop our own access applications and the OData services, UEFI. I'll show you a simplified way of developing those applications. Okay. And now point ఈ అప్లికేషన్ మన ఫోకస్ ఏంటంటే ఒకటే ఒక పాయింట్. We'll plan a database and we'll expose the content of this database to browser. Two things. One is from database, how do you read and show it onto the browser through UEFI? And if I do some changes there, how do it reflect changes? Table read చేసి చూపించగలిగి అక్కడ మాడిఫై చేసి టేబుల్ మాడిఫై చేయగలిగితే నువ్వు ఎట్లాంటి అప్లికేషన్ డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చు. దట్ మై ఫండా ఇస్ దట్ once you know about handling database from the front end, either for reading or modifying or deleting, you can develop any application. అంటే ఎవడు ఏ అప్లికేషన్ చేసినా అల్టిమేట్గా ఏం చేస్తారన్న డేటాబేస్ చూపిస్తాడు, అక్కడ మాడిఫై చేసి మాడిఫై కాదు, అంతే కదన్నా. ఈసీసీ అని అంతే కదన్నా. నువ్వు సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తే టేబుల్ కొత్త రికార్డ్ క్రియేట్ అయింది. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ మాడిఫై సేల్స్ ఆర్డర్, it will modify an existing record in the table. So it's obviously either creating new record in the database or change based on the button functionalities on the buttons. That's it. And then we get into BW powered by HANA, where we touch on HANA optimized cube. HANA optimized DSO లేదు. Now SAP says no more HANA optimized DSO. If you have HANA optimized DSO, you'll have to reconvert it back to normal DSO. And then transition provider consuming HANA models in BW. Let's say if you got BW on HANA, if I have HANA models like analytical view or calculation view, how do I consume them in the BW system? Then importing BW objects in HANA. So if I got BW on HANA, if I got cubes or DSOs, how do I consume them in the underlying HANA database? Then we have got different new system connections about ODP with ECC, SLT, HANA views. With this, you can integrate SLT directly to BW. I don't need HANA for it also. So new architecture about LSA++, advanced DSO, OpenODSP, composite provider. Then by using ABAP managed database procedure, how do I push my transformations deep into HANA database? Now you're writing a start routine, end routine, export routine, all this. But when you write with ABAP, it is all executing at the application layer. But how do I write my transformations with SQL script so that it does push the logic deep into HANA database and I get high performance on it? అంటే BW transformations లో కూడా నువ్వు SQL script రాయొచ్చు అన్నట్టు. We got something called SQL script export routine అని ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు. So you can write your SQL script and push down the logic of your transformations deep into HANA database and get high performance on it also. And NLS, because SAP is an in-memory, we don't try to put all data into HANA database. There's some concept called dynamic tiering. You see, they say this. You see this HANA plus dynamic. When I say dynamic tiering, it's like this. What they do is they categorize the data into hot, warm, and cold. And the data most frequently used for reporting, they refer it as hot, and not so frequently they say it warm, and not at all used for reporting, they call it as cold. For example, if you look at BW, your corporate memory information about write optimized DSOs or PSS is completely cold. It's not really used. So those kind of data can be pushed onto extended storages, not into HANA. So and the data what you feel is warm, you can put into the disk, not into the main memory. And the data what you feel into hot, you can place into main memory. You can load them into main memory and keep it. అట్లా tiering ఉంటుంది. So then we get a lot of importance on this NLS, nearline storage, where generally they use Sybase IQ as a secondary database and push all unchanged and unwanted data into that. It can still be consumed in the reporting in the BW BEX queries. BW workspace is normal, SPOs is normal. Then ECC and HANA. For example, if you have ECC system powered by HANA, then we'll have something called HANA Live. There's some ready-made business content views. I told about modeling. There are some ready-made modeling given by SAP, which is what referred as HANA Live. So if it is ECC HANA, I can leverage it, or CRM HANA, I can. అన్నిటికీ HANA Live అని ఉంటుంది. You can install it and straight away use it for reporting. And there's something ODP within ECC. I can use. There is a concept called search and analytics, and where you can use ODP and use reporting directly from ECC without BW also. So if you look at this course, I'm covering you are there in any scenario. కస్టమర్ కనుక బీడబ్ల్యూ లేదు, ఈసీసీ అని హనా ఒకటే ఉన్నా నువ్వు ఉన్నావు, బీడబ్ల్యూ ఉన్నా నువ్వు ఉన్నావు, బీడబ్ల్యూ హనా ఉన్నా నువ్వు ఉన్నావు, ఉత్త హనా ఉన్నా నువ్వు ఉన్నావు. వి ట్రైంగ్ టు కవర్ ఎవ్రీ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్, సో యూఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్. అది కాన్సెప్ట్. ఓకే బస్, లెట్ మీ నో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ నౌ. Any doubts in this? If you look at this BW HANA, it would make sense if you know BW. Because I'm not touching entire BW again. I'll be only assuming that you already know BW, and I'll be just touching the delta part of it. What are the new concepts, or what are the new concepts have come in BW with respect to HANA? So I'll not be touching entire BW again. That is one. And SQL knowledge you already have, it's fine, but anyway I'm going in depth of it, so that should not be a problem. But BW, so if you don't know BW, you would not fit into a scenario where the project is about BW on HANA. You'd be only eligible to work on a project for HANA native or HANA enterprise solutions. అంతే కదండి, నీకు BW రాదు కాబట్టి నువ్వు సొల్యూషన్ 1లో నువ్వు ఉంటావు, ఎందుకంటే దీంట్లో BW లేదు, డైరెక్ట్ హనా ఉంది. దీనికి ప్రీ రిక్విజిట్ ఏం అవసరం లేదు, స్ట్రేట్ అవే కెన్ స్టార్ట్ లర్నింగ్ అన్న. బట్ ఇఫ్ దిస్ ఇస్ అ సొల్యూషన్, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఈ సైడ్ లో వేర్ హనా ఇస్ యూజ్డ్ యాజ్ ఈడబ్ల్యూ, యూఆర్ స్టిల్ దేర్ వితౌట్ BW నాలెడ్జ్. కానీ ఈ హైబ్రిడ్ సొల్యూషన్ లో వేర్ ఇట్ ఇస్ BW ఆన్ హనా, ఇలాంటి కేసులో దే వుడ్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ అ పర్సన్ హూ వాజ్ ఆల్రెడీ వర్క్డ్ ఆన్ BW ఆర్ హూ నోస్ BW విత్ హనా. అది కాన్సెప్ట్. సో ఇప్పుడు థర్డ్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ లో BW రావాల్సిందే. ఫస్ట్ సొల్యూషన్, సెకండ్ సొల్యూషన్ BW అవసరం లేదు, హనా వస్తే చాలు. కానీ థర్డ్ సొల్యూషన్ BW హనా రావాలన్నమాట. ABAP తీసి సీక్వెల్ పెడతాంటమ్మా. Majorly now we use ABAP in the transformations, but now what SAP says is, normally if you see BW, you've been writing a lot of routines for doing lookups. Lookup, but major in the lookup to DSO, because even for lookup to master data, we already have a standard transformation like read master data. Lookup to DSO కూడా now they have been standard transformation saying read from DSO ఇచ్చేసాడు. చూపిస్తా. For example, there is an existing customer who has got a lot of routines, and now see, there is an existing customer who has got a lot of routines. Now what is done is, he said, I would like to migrate it to HANA. What ముందుకు వచ్చినాడు, it's an existing BW system. Now you would like to migrate it to HANA. So what SAP is given some ready-made note or ready-made program through which every ABAP, whether it is ABAP written in info package or DTP, transformation, start, every variable customer, everywhere, it analyzes the entire ABAP and let me know what is the problem and what can be done. Okay. One second. Read from, look at this. This is a report from an existing customer. What do you mean? Select so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so from /bh/a so and so 00 and 10 bus. It is a select statement on active table of your DSO. So na ee note implement చేయడం వల్ల మొత్తం రన్ చేస్తే వాడు చెప్తాను, in this transformation నువ్వు ఇట్ రాసినావు, దాని బదులు ఏం చేసాను, ట్రై రిప్లేసింగ్ విత్ స్టాండర్డ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ రీడ్ ఫ్రమ్ DSO. ఓకేనన్నా. అట్లా వీడు ఎక్కడో ఇంకో ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ పెట్టినాడు, హనా స్టార్ పెట్టి ఎత్తిపోద్ది అన్నట్టు. బికాస్ హనా ఇస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కాలమ్ స్టోర్ టేబుల్. సో ఈవెన్ దో మై టేబుల్ హెస్ గాట్ 10 కాలమ్స్, ఇఫ్ యూ స్టిల్ వాంట్ ఓన్లీ 5, జనరల్ మనం వీ టెన్ టు రైట్ సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ కొడతాం కదా, అటు కొట్టొద్దు. కాలమ్ 1, కాలమ్ 2, కాలమ్ 3, కాలమ్ 4 రాయాల్సిందే. బికాస్ ఇట్ ఇస్ కాలమ్ స్టోర్, చెప్తాను, ఇట్స్ అ కాలమ్ స్టోర్ టేబుల్. ఇట్ వుడ్ గివ్ హై పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ వెన్ యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ స్పెసిఫై విచ్ కాలమ్ యూ వాంట్. సో అందుకు వాడు చెప్తాను, వాడు అనాకి వెళ్ళాలి కదా, ముందే నేను మొత్తం అబ్బాప్ అనలైజ్ చేసి చెప్తాను ఏ అబ్బాప్లో ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం. లుక్ అట్ దిస్. ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ రైటింగ్ సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ హియర్, ట్రై టు రిప్లేస్ విత్ స్టాండర్డ్ ఫంక్షన్. ఇది ఓకే. Specify database hint, and then it says what, read all columns, specify only the what required columns, and reading from DSO can be standard function of the DSO. So So basically, there is a node which will analyze every ABAP routine, whether you write in the transformation, start, end, expert, info package level, DTP, it will analyze everything and tell you what is the problems and what can be improvised. అంటే well before BW system is going to get migrated to HANA, you analyze the existing system and see what needs to be done so that the migration is smooth. And out of that, analyzing the existing routines in the system is one of the aspects. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubt? So you will still use ABAP, okay? And but what we do, if it is really complex and is affecting your performance, ultimately HANA can performance. So what happens when you have your BW getting on to HANA, you'll have to identify the pain points or areas of improvement. What ఏమంటే HANAకి ఎందుకు వచ్చినావు అంటే నాకు ఈ 10 రిపోర్ట్లు భయంకర పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది, దాని ఫోకస్ పెట్టాలి. ఈ డేటాలో నాకు 2 hours పడుతుంది, దాని ఫోకస్ పెట్టాలి. సో బేసిక్లీ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద పెయిన్ పాయింట్, accordingly you should deal. Suppose if the pain point is about loading, which is basically result of the transformation, which is really huge coding, we should see if we can solve it by writing a HANA expert routine with SQL scripting and improve the performance of transformation. Adi concept. Ante kadana. Endukante one second. Because if you see customers, they're migrating it to HANA, but they're not really doing any optimizations. They got BW running on Oracle. They're lifting and shifting the database to HANA. తర్వాత మన డబ్బులు లేవు. They're not doing any optimization. I don't see any customer majorly చిన్న చిన్న చేస్తున్నారు. Converting cubes to unoptimized cube is okay, but they're not really replacing cubes with advanced DSO. ఆ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆప్టిమైజేషన్స్ ఇంకా ఎవరు చేయడం లేదు, ఎందుకంటే బడ్జెట్ లేదు. కానీ వానికి ఎప్పుడు పెడతాడు డబ్బులు? నిజంగా మనకి ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే పెడతాడు. అంటే నిజంగా లెట్స్ సే దేర్ ఇస్ అ లోడ్ విచ్ ఇస్ రన్నింగ్ ఫర్ 10 hours అండ్ రియలీ నీడ్ ఇన్వెస్ట్ ఆన్ ఇట్ టు ఇంప్రూవ్ ఇట్. అంటే అనుకుంటే నాకు పెరగలేదు పర్ఫార్మెన్స్, ఇంకా ఏదో చేయాలా, I'll spend time and money on that in optimizing that. And I have got HANA, but my performance of the query is not really good. I'll spend money and time on optimizing that query performance. ప్రాబ్లం లేకపోతే నేను డబ్బులు పెట్టాను కదన్నా. బీడబ్ల్యూ HANAకి వచ్చింది, బాగా రన్ అవుతుంది, ఓకే ఇడిచిపెట్టింది, దాని గురించి పట్టించుకోవద్దు. రన్ కాకుండా ఏదైనా ఐ గాట్ సమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆన్ ద పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆన్ ద లోడింగ్ వైజ్ ఆర్ రిపోర్టింగ్ వైజ్, దెన్ ఐ వుడ్ స్టార్ట్ ఓన్ టచ్ ది పెయిన్ పాయింట్స్ వేర్ ఎవర్ ఐ గాట్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. అంటే ఉన్న అబ్యాప్ మొత్తం తీసి స్క్రిప్టింగ్ పెట్టేయడము, క్యూబ్లు అన్ని తీసి అడ్వాన్స్ డిఎస్ ఇంకా అంత ఎవడు డబ్బులు లేవు. ఏదో కొత్త, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ న్యూ ప్రాజెక్ట్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ విత్ న్యూ బిజినెస్ కంటెంట్ వేర్ దే ఆర్ డూయింగ్ అడ్వాన్స్ డిఎస్ ఇస్ ఆల్ ఫైన్. బట్ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ కస్టమర్ అంత డబ్బు మొత్తం ఆప్టిమైజ్ చేస్తామంటే వద్దులేబ్బా అంటున్నాను. ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ బీడబ్ల్యూ HANA మీద చేసుకుని పెడుతున్నాడు అంతే. ఇట్స్ లైక్ నార్మల్. ఇంకా జనాలు HANA స్టూడియో కూడా లాగిన్ కావడం వల్ల, ఈవెన్ దట్ ఇస్ BW HANA, they're still doing normal BW. They don't even log into HANA Studio through HANA database also. Only if they have some problems, then they get into that. అంతే కదన్నా. ఇప్పుడు HANA వేసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి నువ్వు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోబ్బా అంటే అట్లా కాదు కదా. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎండ్ కస్టమర్, ఈ ఆల్వేస్ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్స్ ఆన్ మనీ. సో ఈ హెస్ బేసిక్లీ మైగ్రేటెడ్ BW టు HANA bus. Now how far it is required for me to do the optimization? Optimize అవసరమా అనేది క్వశ్చన్. ఉన్న రిపోర్ట్లు బాగా రన్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఉన్న లోడింగ్ బాగా పోతుంది, ఇంప్రూవ్ అయింది, 10% 40% ఇంప్రూవ్ అయిందంటే ఓకే చాలులే అంటారు. లేదు HANA వేసుకున్న తర్వాత కూడా మై లోడింగ్ స్టిల్ రన్నింగ్ ఫర్ 10 hours అంటే దాన్ని చూడండి అబ్బా అంటాడు, దాన్ని డబ్బులు పెడతాడు. ఈజ్ రెడీ టు ఇన్వెస్ట్ ఆన్ దట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. అంటే మన పెయిన్ పాయింట్స్ ఉంటే దాని మీద ఫోకస్. అది కస్టమర్స్. అండ్ దెర్ వాజ్ అ కస్టమర్ వేర్ మీ ప్రపోజ్ సొల్యూషనింగ్ ఆన్ ECC HANA. వానికి ECC ఉంది, BW ఉంది. they're extracting data from ECC to BW to get 10 reports. 10 రిపోర్ట్ల కోసం భయంకర లోడింగ్, అది కూడా ఫుల్ లోడ్ రోజు. We suggested to remove BW, have your ECC with HANA and leverage ready-made HANA live and then do reporting. మన BW ఎందుకన్నా 10 రిపోర్ట్ల కోసం. సో సొల్యూషన్ డిఫర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ కస్టమర్ టు కస్టమర్, కేస్ బై కేస్ అండ్ పెయిన్ ఏరియా. అంటే నిజంగా ప్రాబ్లం ఉందా? నా ఇఫ్ లుక్ అట్ బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ అమెరికా, దే హావ్ గాట్ HANA మైగ్రేషన్ హ్యూజ్. ఇంకా వాళ్ళ డేటాబేస్ సైజ్ 120 TB 140 TB ఆ రేంజ్ లో ఉంది. వాడు మెయిన్ HANA ఎందుకు ఉన్నట్టు ఒకటే పాయింట్, దెర్ ఇస్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ బిట్వీన్ BPC అండ్ BW. ఆ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ 47 minutes రన్ అవుతుంది. దే వాంటెడ్ టు గెట్ ఇట్ టు 15 minutes. HANA వేసుకున్నా కూడా 17 minutes రన్ అవుతుంది. స్టిల్ దే వాంట్ టు డూ సంథింగ్ ఆన్ ఇట్ టు స్పీడ్ ఇట్. 15 minutes జరిగితేనే మనకు కరెక్ట్ అన్నట్టు. అదొక్క ప్రాసెస్ 15 minutes లో కావడం కోసం దే గోట్ HANA ఇన్ ఇట్. But still could not get into 15. They could only get it till 17 minutes. ఇంకా వాళ్ళకి 2 minutes ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది. అట్లా పెయిన్ పాయింట్ ఉంది, సో దే డూ సమ్ ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ ఆన్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ ప్రాసెస్, ఇట్స్ ఫైన్. బట్ they're not touching the entire system yet. ఇంకా అంతగా. Any other doubt? So above, you'll still write above, but the way you write above will be slightly changing now. Because నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ లో బేసికల్ గా బీడబ్ల్యూ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్స్ యూ డూ ఫర్ లుకప్, డిఎస్ఓ లుకప్ ఎవడన్నా అంతే. సో ఇంకా రీడ్ ఫ్రమ్ డిఎస్ఓ ఉంది, రిప్లేస్ ఇట్, సో ఇట్ విల్ రెడ్యూస్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ రొటీన్స్, ఇంకా చాలా తగ్గుతాయి. ఇంకా దాని మించి ఉందంటే దెన్ యూ కెన్ గెట్ ఇట్ సీక్వెల్ స్క్రిప్టింగ్. అట్లా అది క్వశ్చన్. అబాప్ ఎక్కువ రాస్తే బిడలు రాదన్నట్టు, అబాప్ తక్కువ రాస్తే బిడలు బాగొచ్చు అన్నట్టు, అది కాన్సెప్ట్. సో ఎనీ అదర్ డౌట్ బస్? So internal table is getting data from where? From some database, obviously. So if it is from database, then what instead of trend untayanna kontamanది చేస్తారంటే they create a custom table, get some data into it, and then they use it for lookup. Instead of doing it, why don't you create a DSO? If not loading, if you want to with ABAP, why don't you create direct update DSO? It will have active table. Is it a DSO? Can I use read from DSO? Can I have the data inserted into the table with ABAP? ఏం డేటా అన్న మీన్స్ that's what if that is the case, that's a different. Then why can't I do that? All the logic I'll write while loading into the DSO, then keep it there, just try to read also. ఎంత వీలైతే తగ్గియాలన్న. ఇట్స్ నాట్ అబౌట్ జస్ట్ మనకు అబ్బాయి వస్తుంది సరే, సిస్టమ్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఈజ్ వాట్ పాయింట్. Okay, boss. And we'll continue with demo tomorrow, where we try to understand why is HANA so fast. A column store table, row store table. The demo is a core something. There's nothing like demo again. I don't come to these topics again. So tomorrow we'll touch majorly on the types of tables. Why is it so fast? Column store table, row store table, and HANA architecture is what we touch tomorrow. Okay, 7 to 8. So for 3-4 days, we'll just have it for 1 hour. Then there will go on 7 to 8:30. Okay. And for HANA server access, I'm not giving anything. You have to take it separately, because I use my server only for my class. And there's a person called Vasu. You can contact this guy. In server chana బాగుంటుంది. You can contact this guy. 9700816313. His name is Vasu. You can contact him for the server online access. 1,000 or 15 or something. ఈయన హనాలో స్ట్రాంగ్ అంటే ఆయన హనా వస్తుంది, అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ అంతా చేస్తాడు, నీకు ఏదైనా ఇష్టం వచ్చినా ఆయన హెల్ప్ చేస్తాడు, అంత స్ట్రాంగ్. అండ్ ఈజ్ మోర్ ప్యాషనేట్ అబౌట్ సర్వర్ మెయింటెనెన్స్, ఇష్టపడి చేస్తాడు అన్నట్టు. సో ఐ లైక్ దిస్ గై. ఓకే, ఫైన్ బాస్, ఫైన్. విల్ మీట్ టుమారో at 7. Yeah, thanks.